Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world where American forces no longer own the skies. Sounds impossible, right? For over 70 years, since World War II, the United States military has operated under one fundamental assumption: total air dominance. Every military strategy, every deployment, every mission plan has been built on the ironclad certainty that American aircraft would control the battlefield from above. But what if that certainty vanished? A peer adversary has developed technology we didn't see coming. Advanced surface-to-air missiles that make our stealth aircraft visible. Cyber weapons that can blind our command systems. Or perhaps, simply overwhelming numbers. In the first hours, American commanders face something they've never trained for. They can't call in airstrikes, no close air support, no medevac helicopters, no surveillance drones painting the battlefield. Ground forces, who haven't fought without air cover in generations, suddenly find themselves alone, exposed, vulnerable to enemy aircraft that now hunt freely above them. Supply convoys that once moved safely in daylight must now hide. Forward operating bases become death traps. Naval vessels designed to project power with carrier aircraft suddenly become floating targets without their protective air wings. The casualties would be catastrophic. The Pentagon estimates that without air superiority, ground force losses could increase by 300 to 500%. That's not just statistics. Those are lives, sons and daughters who expected American air power to protect them. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The loss of air superiority wouldn't just change tactics, it would force a complete revolution in American military thinking. Suddenly, technologies we've neglected become critical. Mobile air defense systems, man-portable anti-aircraft weapons, electronic warfare capabilities that can level the playing field. Ground forces would have to relearn skills from a bygone era. Camouflage and concealment, moving only at night, using terrain and weather to survive, fighting the way armies did before air power changed everything. The Navy would face an existential crisis. Aircraft carriers, the backbone of American power projection for 80 years, become liabilities instead of assets. Billions of dollars in floating cities, suddenly vulnerable without control of the air above them. This scenario isn't pure fiction. Military analysts have wargamed exactly this situation, and the results are sobering. In some simulations, American forces are pushed back. In others, conflicts escalate rapidly as commanders compensate for air losses. But here's the twist. This nightmare scenario is exactly why it probably won't happen, because American military planners have thought about this, obsessed over it, and invested trillions to prevent it. The B-21 stealth bomber, next-generation fighters, loyal wingman drones, hypersonic weapons. Every capability is designed with one goal: to ensure that American forces never have to fight without the sky on their side. To make this nightmare scenario impossible. But the very fact that we must consider this what-if reveals something profound. Air superiority isn't guaranteed by history or destiny. It must be earned, maintained, and defended with every new generation of technology. Because in the end, the greatest deterrent isn't just the weapons we build. It's the adversary's certainty that they will never, ever achieve what this scenario imagines. So the next time you see a fighter jet streak across the sky, remember, that's not just an aircraft, that's a promise. A promise that American forces will never fight alone.